Hey guys, I am so excited that you are tuning into Just Whitley today. I am interviewing someone who I actually love and adore. Her name is Lauren. She's 29 years old, and guess what? She is still a virgin. And I was like, we need to celebrate this. 2018, you don't see stuff like that anymore. I mean, I can't say that I'm still a virgin, but what I can say is that I have a heart like Lauren to make sure that I save myself for someone who's special. And I think we need to have this conversation more. You watch social media, you see television, it's all about who you can give what to. But this woman of God is like, listen, I am gonna save, I'm gonna wait, and I wanna know how she's doing it, okay? So you take notes, I'll take notes, we'll take notes. Let's go. So Lauren, how did you do it? Like, how did you manage 29 years, well, really like, not 29, how did you manage to stay a virgin this long?
It has been by the grace of God, seriously, because I took the vow to be abstinent when I was 16. And so at that time, my mom and I were watching this show, and I was like, Mom, I love this ceremony. I don't know what they're doing, but I want to be a part of it. And she's like, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty. They're all in white. Like, who wouldn't want that? And so 16th birthday, she came. She's like, here, Lauren, we're going to have a little mini ceremony. And then that's where my journey began. Did not know what that was going to entail, what things I would face in that. And like with this journey has been, like I said, depression, bad relationships, low self-esteem. And like I said, it's only through the grace of God and prayer that I've actually made it this far. And like I said, it's still continuing journey because I'm still a virgin, so it's still a day-to-day process, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you talk about the low self-esteem and bad relationships, did that make you want to give yourself up maybe to a man to feel like, should I do this to keep him, or what did that do to you or for you?
So here's with that. So I think having a relationship in high school, people out there, is so important because that relationship when I was 16 going on 17, dated this guy, he's older, so I thought it was a cool thing. And even though we obviously didn't have sex, he just put me down for not having sex. There was just a lot, and so it made me feel like I wasn't beautiful, I wasn't this, and sadly that carried on to like my other relationships after that. You wouldn't think that high school relationships had that much effect on you, but they do. And so I had to kind of switch it off, like, hey Lauren, this guy is different. He may love you for not having sex. He's not like the other guys who just tear you down. So that was a process in itself because I was like, is it me? Like, why would you want to get to know me? Like, I'm cool, I'm funny, I think I'm funny. And so that was a whole process in itself. And I was seriously praying to the Lord, like, Lord, like, what was it about me? And I went through that time, like I said, when I was depressed, like, is something I'm doing? And then you have those moments where you're like, you're close to, I want to have sex, but maybe that'll make him love me. Thank God I didn't, because God actually, he reveals things to me, not in my prayers, like, Lord, show me things I shouldn't be doing. And I never got close. I'm not gonna lie, I'm human. But I knew in my heart I just couldn't do it. Makes a minimum set. But hey, I'm not gonna risk all that stuff.
Yeah. So. And some people would consider, and I don't know, if this is too much for you, but
oh Lord, it is. Okay. It's totally fine.
Because sometimes, depending on who you talk to, especially in the religious spectrum, they'll say like, hey, any sex, so oral sex is included. Is that something that you consider?
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I'm so real. It's fine. It's your story. So the audience is great. It's gonna be fun. But for me, I think everyone is different. Some people are like born again virgins. Some people are. For me, I think penetration is not having sex.
Got it.
And so for me, because I think in that process you're giving something, your whole self, like you're coming in, like that sounds gross, but you're coming into me and into my body, and I think that to me is my line. Everyone is different, because I have people like, oh, well, I'm not gonna kiss him, that's like too much, or I'm not gonna do, or everyone is different. So, but for me personally, because I always tell people I don't compare myself to any other virgin, because I met a lot of people like me. So to me in itself, I think. Yeah, and I've had that too. Sadly, people try to downgrade, like, are you doing this? Are you doing this? Like, one, you're young, you're dumb, so some things you're like, okay, why'd I do it? But I told people, like, hey, I'm a virgin, not a saint. I'm very real, but I said that's, I'm so sure, like, that's but I'm a real person. Like I said, I've done stupid things, like I said, in my low moments, but hey, so that's my definition of, not, I feel like if you're inside of me, that sounds probably too much, but I think you're giving all it, so.
I would say that I understand that, and I can agree with that. And one of the things that I think is so important, and this is why I wanted you on, was not just to talk about like that you're just this anomaly, like, oh my God, let's stare at her, like, yeah.
No, it's like
it wasn't about that. It was more so about the fact that I love the relationship you have with yourself. And I think that if more women valued who they were and understood their value system and said to themselves, I matter and I'm important,
You do.
and my body has worth.
Right.
And the more people that I give myself to, the less of myself that I feel like I'll be, or all of those
Right.
things. And so for you, can you kind of talk about what being a virgin has done for your self-esteem, just in general, and not outside of the men, but just for you as a woman being whole?
You feel empowered, that's for sure. It's like, and for me, it's not a game, because relationships are not a game, but you're challenging someone to look beyond that, and so it kind of challenges me to like, Lauren, you need to be more like, it challenges me to be more, not intellectual, because I'm smart, but not let that be like a boundary, I don't say a boundary, but, shoot, let me think. I feel that's a good question, I can't think of it, but.
No, like it doesn't place a limit on who you are.
Because this is, honestly, where I really can answer that, because it's still a journey. That's why I really probably can answer that question, because I'm still growing, I'm still learning about me. Because even now, when people say I'm beautiful, it's like, I'm getting there, because now it's all natural. I used to wear my hair straight, and I'm like, I'm now owning me and owning Lauren, but it's always a continual journey, because I'm still growing and still evolving. I have low moments where I feel like I have low self-esteem, and have great moments where I'm like, oh, okay, I can do anything, conquer the world. And so, for me, it's probably why I can't answer a direct question, because I'm still learning about me. I'm still growing. I'm still learning about Lauren and what makes Lauren happy outside of being a virgin. Because I think I met a few virgins, and so I think we kind of have that as like our title. Like, this is who we are. We're like, we're a virgin. We're this. But no, we're beyond that. I'm beyond that. I'm a sister. I'm a daughter. Like, I'm a business owner. So it's owning those pieces and not letting things that I thought time to being a virgin made me like, oh, some magical person. But we have those moments you do. You're like, feeling yourself too much that you're a virgin. Like, I did this. But that's kind of just owning. I'm now walking to my own and stepping to my own. So
yeah. Well, Devon Franklin and Megan Good have done a really good job in talking about waiting and what that looks like and preparing yourself for marriage. But what would you say are some practical things that you've done to keep yourself pure in that way?
Oh, so this may be funny, but it's a joke in our household, our family. I love extreme sports.
Okay.
You wouldn't think so, but I've been skydiving, ziplining. You gotta. Honestly, you gotta release that energy, because I'm just being so real. Like, you can't. Because people ask like, you have moments, you have like urges. I'm like, so what I do is like you channel that energy somewhere else. So if I'm not skydiving, and like I said, hopefully, Lord knows, if I'm virgin for I'm like 35, hopefully not. Let's see 30 G's. But I'm being active. This is part with the little lion and tiger, just feeding them, because it's like you gotta find that energy. It's a joke in our family, but. You gotta channel the energy somewhere else. And so, like I said, and not letting being a virgin define you. And like I said, just owning up who you are and loving who you are aside from just having sex. I hope it kind of helps your question. But
No, absolutely. And I'll just say personally, like celibacy is something that a track that I'm on. I'm not a saint. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. It's a new thing. I put on a shirt.
Yeah.
I'm a virgin, not a saint. So
exactly. No, I took that from you just now.
I know, no, I'm saying, I should tag this. That's marketing.
Yeah, no, that's so good. But I can say that it has changed, and it changes the dynamic of the relationships that I'm in. So taking sex out of the picture and really focusing on communicating, loving yourself, valuing yourself, it's very hard.
It's the hardest thing, because even like the relationship I'm in now, it's communication. And you'll be challenged on so many levels. You thought like, oh, I can know how to communicate with somebody, but it's actually channeling stuff that you had to deal with in the past and like learn how to communicate that.
Come on.
So now, because you can't rely on, you can't rely on certain things now. So it's like, no, Lord, you have to face your issues and face this. Especially if you're trying to be serious with someone, because they don't have time for games.
No.
There's enough games out there anyway. So like, it forces you to grow up for sure. That is,
yes, it does. And it shows what you value in a relationship. And I know, especially, don't let that person be fine. Because if a man is fine, and then you really try to be celibate, it's like, oh.
So in those moments, you do stuff in open public places.
Yes.
Or you gotta find boundaries. So thank goodness, this may sound so bad, but the guys that were dating never had their own houses, so I'm like, ooh, that helps. Because that may sound so bad, but they didn't, because and it helps you because you're not put in those situations that like, okay, you start kissing, you go from there. So you gotta set those boundaries, but also to make them clear. So even people who are not a virgin like I am, are just waiting or saving themselves now, make yourself clear with your partner, because they want to know like what's their boundaries, and set that up in the front, like, hey, we're allowed to do this, we're allowed to do that, but we're not allowed to do this. That way you're clear, they're clear, he's clear, and there's no miscommunication, because I think that was my fault at first with other relationships where I was like, I'm a virgin, you have to do what I say. And he was like, well, what are my boundaries? I don't know, just don't touch. Like, it's, you don't know those things, so you kind of learn each other as it goes. But just set those clear boundaries. That's one thing I can say with your partner, because they may not be in the same role that you are in, so it's very important to you as well. So.
Absolutely. And so as we wrap up, what would your final words be to anyone watching, male or female, I guess? But I always shout out the ladies because I love the ladies. What would your advice be to someone that's on their journey or process of waiting or celibacy?
You're worth it. I would tell them that you're worth it. You're worth if someone loves you enough, they'll take the time to get to know you beyond sex. Because what I've heard, I ask a lot of people these questions, but what I've heard is sex is great, but you want to have a deep connection. Sex can get old. You think people can get sex from anywhere, but can I have a stimulating conversation? Can I have support when I need it? So just, you're worth it. You're worth it. Somebody will wait. And the person who's meant for you, they'll wait for you. So.
I love that. I love that. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you guys so much for tuning into Just Whitley. This has been an amazing show, and I can't wait for you to watch next week. So make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, share, do whatever you have to do. I want to hear from you. So until next week, talk to you guys later.